Unleashing your inner greatness, the revolutionary power of positive thinking. Welcome to the BlackCEO Podcast, where we explore the extraordinary potential within each of us. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that has the power to transform lives, reshape destinies, and quite literally, change the world. We're incredibly fortunate to have gleaned invaluable insights from the remarkable Jennifer Gleaves, a visionary whose wisdom has touched countless lives and whose impact continues to ripple through communities, boardrooms, and beyond. Jennifer isn't just a thought leader, she's a catalyst for change, a beacon of hope in a world that often seems shrouded in negativity. Her work has not only transformed individuals, but has sparked a movement that's redefining success, happiness, and human potential. So buckle up, because the insights we're about to explore have the power to revolutionize your life. Now, let's dive in. Have you ever stopped to consider the sheer magnitude of power contained within that remarkable organ sitting between your ears? That 3-pound universe we call the brain, constantly firing, constantly creating, constantly shaping our reality in ways we can scarcely comprehend. It's a force so potent, yet so often overlooked in our rush to find external solutions to life's challenges. Imagine, if you will, that your mind is a garden, a vast, fertile expanse of potential, waiting to burst into bloom. Every thought you have, every belief you hold, every idea you entertain, these are the seeds you're planting in this garden. So let me ask you, what kind of garden are you cultivating? Is it a vibrant paradise of possibility bursting with the colorful blooms of optimism and self-belief? Or is it a barren wasteland choked by the weeds of doubt, fear, and negativity? Here's a truth that's both blindingly obvious and maddeningly elusive. You are, quite literally, what you think about. Your thoughts shape your actions shape your habits, and your habits shape your life. It's a simple equation, but one with profound implications. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, that's all well and good, but my life isn't a motivational poster. I've got real problems, real challenges, and you're absolutely right. Life can be messy, complicated, and downright unfair at times, but here's the kicker. It's not about denying reality. It's about choosing how we interpret and respond to it. Let me share a story that perfectly illustrates this point. Jennifer once worked with a young entrepreneur. Let's call him Alex. Alex was on the brink of throwing in the towel. His startup was floundering, investors were pulling out faster than you can say stock market crash, and his self-confidence was at an all-time low. He was drowning in a sea of negative thoughts, convinced that failure was inevitable. But instead of allowing Alex to wallow in his misery, Jennifer challenged him to do something that seemed almost laughably simple. Spend 5 minutes each morning thinking about what could go right. Now, Alex was skeptical. He probably thought Jennifer had lost her marbles. 5 minutes of positive thinking. How was that going to save his business? But being at his wit's end, he decided to give it a shot. At first, it felt forced, even a bit silly. But as days turned into weeks, something remarkable began to happen. Alex's outlook started to shift. He began to see opportunities where before he only saw obstacles. His enthusiasm, which had been on life support, came roaring back to life. And with it came a surge of creativity and problem-solving ability that he didn't even know he possessed. Within months, Alex had completely pivoted his business model, secured new funding, and was back on track. Not just surviving, but thriving. Now, was this just some kind of positive thinking magic? Did the universe suddenly decide to smile upon Alex because he spent 5 minutes a day thinking happy thoughts? Of course not. But by changing his thought patterns, Alex changed his actions. He approached problems with fresh eyes and renewed energy. He became the person who could solve the challenges rather than be defeated by them. This story highlights a crucial truth. Our thoughts are not just passive observers of our lives. They are active creators. They shape our perceptions, influence our decisions, and ultimately determine our actions. And it's our actions that create our reality. But here's where it gets really interesting. Jennifer pointed out something that many of us overlook: the uniqueness of our individual perspectives. You see, there's only one you in this entire world. Your combination of experiences, thoughts, and dreams is entirely unique. And that uniqueness is your superpower. Think about it. In a world of over 7 billion people, no one else sees the world quite like you do. No one else has your exact set of skills, your precise point of view. That means you have the potential to contribute something to this world that no one else can. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. Many of us don't realize this potential because we're too busy comparing ourselves to others, or worse, trying to be like someone else.
We scroll through social media, seeing carefully curated highlights of other people's lives, and we think, why can't I be more like them? Let me let you in on a secret. The people you're comparing yourself to are probably doing the exact same thing. We're all so busy wishing we were someone else that we forget to be the best version of ourselves. This brings me to another powerful insight from Jennifer. She believes, and I wholeheartedly agree, that we were all born with greatness within us. Not just some of us, all of us. But accessing that greatness requires us to embrace our unique selves, quirks and all. Jennifer shared a powerful exercise with me. She asked people to write down 5 things they love about themselves, 5 unique qualities or abilities they possess. It sounds simple, right? But you'd be amazed at how many people struggle with this. We're so conditioned to focus on our flaws, on what we need to improve, that we often lose sight of our inherent strengths. But here's the thing. True growth, true success comes not from trying to fix all our weaknesses, but from leaning into our strengths. It's about amplifying what makes us unique, not diminishing it to fit some generic mode of success. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, that's all well and good, but how do I actually do this? How do I change years, maybe decades of negative thinking patterns? Great question. And the answer, like many profound truths, is both simple and challenging. It starts with awareness. You need to become conscious of your thoughts. Notice the running commentary in your head. Is it mostly positive or negative, empowering or limiting? Once you're aware, you can start to make changes. And this is where Jennifer's wisdom really shines. She advocates for what she calls thought replacement therapy. When you catch yourself thinking a negative or limiting thought, consciously replace it with a positive one. For example, if you find yourself thinking, I'm not good enough for this job, replace it with, I have unique skills and perspectives to offer, and I'm learning and growing every day. If you think, I'll never be successful, replace it with, I'm on my own unique path to success, and every step forward is a victory. Now, does this mean you'll never have a negative thought again? Of course not. We're human after all. But over time, with consistent practice, you can shift the balance of your thoughts. You can create new neural pathways in your brain, making positive thinking your default mode. But here's where many people get tripped up. They think positive thinking means ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. That's not it at all. Positive thinking is about approaching challenges with the belief that you can handle them, that there's a solution to be found, that you have the capacity to grow and learn. It's about seeing failures not as endpoints, but as stepping stones. It's about viewing criticism as an opportunity for improvement, not a judgment of your worth. It's about believing in your ability to create the life you want, even when the path isn't clear. Jennifer shared a powerful metaphor with me that I think beautifully illustrates this point. She said, imagine your mind is like a flashlight in a dark room. Whatever you focus that light on becomes clear and visible. You can choose to shine it on the dust and the cobwebs, or you can choose to illuminate the path forward. This metaphor really resonated with me. How often do we get stuck shining our mental flashlight on all the things that are wrong, all the reasons why we can't succeed, all our past failures and disappointments? But what if we consciously chose to redirect that light? What if, instead of obsessing over our flaws, we focused on our strengths? Instead of dwelling on past failures, we concentrated on the lessons learned and how to apply them moving forward. Instead of worrying about all the things that could go wrong, we got excited about all the things that could go right. This shift in focus doesn't just feel good, it changes outcomes. When you believe in your ability to succeed, you're more likely to take the actions necessary to make that success a reality. When you focus on solutions rather than problems, you're more likely to find those solutions. But let's be real for a moment. This isn't always easy. We live in a world that often seems designed to make us feel inadequate. We're bombarded with messages telling us we're not thin enough, not rich enough, not successful enough. Social media presents us with carefully curated versions of other people's lives, making us feel like we're falling behind. In the face of all this, maintaining a positive mindset can feel like swimming against the current. But here's the thing, it's worth it. Because when you master your thoughts, you master your life. Jennifer shared a technique that I found particularly powerful. She suggests starting each day by asking yourself, what's the best that could happen today? This simple question orients your mind towards positivity and possibility right from the start. But it's not just about thinking positive thoughts. It's about using those thoughts as fuel for positive action. Because ultimately, it's our actions that shape our lives. This brings me to another crucial point that Jennifer emphasized: the importance of kindness, both to ourselves and others. You see, positive thinking isn't just about personal success. It's about creating a better world for everyone. When we approach life with positivity and self-belief, we're more likely to treat others with kindness and respect. We're more likely to see the best in people, to give second chances, to offer help when it's needed. And in doing so, we create a ripple effect of positivity that extends far beyond ourselves. Jennifer shared a beautiful story about this. She once worked with a corporate team that was struggling with low morale and high turnover. The leader of the team decided to implement a simple practice. At the start of each meeting, everyone had to share one thing they appreciated about another team member. At first, people found it awkward, but over time, something remarkable happened. The atmosphere in the office began to change. People started looking for the good in each other. They began to collaborate more effectively. Productivity increased, and so did job satisfaction. All from this simple practice of expressed gratitude and appreciation. This story illustrates a profound truth. Our thoughts don't just impact our own lives, they impact everyone around us. When we choose to think positively, to believe in ourselves and others, we create an environment where everyone can thrive. Now, I want to address something that I know some of you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but what about when life really hits hard? What about when tragedy strikes or when we face seemingly insurmountable obstacles? These are valid questions, and they bring us to a crucial point. Positive thinking isn't about denying the existence of hardship or pretending that everything is always wonderful. It's about maintaining hope and resilience in the face of challenges. Jennifer shared a powerful story about this. She worked with a woman, let's call her Sarah, who had lost her job, her home, and was going through a difficult divorce, all within the span of a few months. Sarah was understandably devastated and felt like her world was falling apart. In their sessions, Jennifer didn't try to convince Sarah that everything was fine. Instead, she helped Sarah find small pockets of positivity in her day-to-day life. They worked on gratitude exercises, focusing on the things Sarah still had: her health, her friends, her skills and talents. Gradually, Sarah began to see her situation not as an endpoint, but as a transition. She started to view her job loss as an opportunity to pursue a career she was truly passionate about. The end of her marriage, while painful, became a chance for self-discovery and growth. It wasn't easy, and it didn't happen overnight. But by consciously choosing to find the silver linings, by refusing to let her circumstances define her, Sarah was able to rebuild her life and in many ways create a life that was even better than before. This story illustrates a crucial point. Positive thinking isn't about ignoring reality or pretending that bad things don't happen. It's about choosing how we respond to those bad things. It's about maintaining hope and resilience in the face of adversity. It's also about recognizing that our thoughts have a direct impact on our physical well-being. Jennifer shared some fascinating research on this topic. Studies have shown that positive thinking can boost our immune systems, lower stress levels, and even increase our lifespan. One particularly striking study followed a group of nuns over several decades. The researchers found that the nuns who expressed more positive emotions in their writings lived significantly longer than those who expressed more negative emotions. This was true even when controlling for other factors like diet and lifestyle. This research underscores the fact that our minds and bodies are intimately connected. When we choose positive thoughts, we're not just improving our mental state, we're literally improving our physical health. But here's where many people get stuck. They hear all this and think, okay, I get it. Positive thinking is important, but how do I actually do it? How do I change thought patterns that have been ingrained for years, maybe even decades? This is where Jennifer's practical strategies come in. She advocates for what she calls mental fitness training. Just like we go to the gym to keep our bodies in shape, we need to regularly exercise our minds to keep our thoughts positive and empowering. One of her favorite techniques is the 3 good things exercise. At the end of each day, write down 3 good things that happened, no matter how small. Maybe you had a great cup of coffee, or a stranger smiled at you, or you finished the task you've been putting off. The point is to train your mind to look for the positive in each day. Another powerful technique is visualization. Athletes have been using this for years to improve their performance, and it works just as well in other areas of life. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing yourself succeeding in your goals, handling challenges with ease, and living the life you want. Jennifer also emphasizes the importance of surrounding yourself with positive influences. The people we spend time with, the media we consume, the environments we put ourselves in, all of these have a profound impact on our thought patterns. Choose wisely. But perhaps the most powerful technique Jennifer shared is the practice of self-compassion. Many of us are our own harshest critics. We beat ourselves up for every mistake, every perceived failure. But imagine if you treated yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you'd offer to a good friend. How might that change your thought patterns? Now, I want to be clear about something. This isn't about becoming some sort of relentless optimist who never acknowledges problems or difficulties. It's about developing a resilient mindset that can weather life's storms without losing hope. It's about recognizing that while we can't always control what happens to us, we can always control how we respond. It's about understanding that our thoughts are tools, powerful tools that we can use to shape our reality. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with a challenge. For the next week, I want you to become a detective of your own mind. Pay attention to your thoughts. Notice when they veer towards the negative, and consciously choose to redirect them towards the positive. Start each day by asking yourself, what's the best that could happen today? End each day by noting 3 good things that happen. And throughout the day, look for opportunities to express appreciation, both to others and to yourself. Remember, you are what you think about. You were born with greatness within you, and there's only one you in this entire world. Your thoughts, your perspective, your unique combination of experiences and abilities, these are your superpowers. Use them wisely. As you leave here today, I want you to really internalize this message. You have the power to shape your reality through your thoughts. You have greatness within you waiting to be unleashed. And the world needs your unique perspective, your unique gifts. So I'll leave you with this. If you truly believed in your own greatness, if you truly embraced the power of your thoughts, what would you do differently? How would your life change? And more importantly, how would you use that power to make the world a better place? This isn't just about personal success or happiness. It's about creating a ripple effect of positivity that can change families, communities, and ultimately the world. It's about recognizing that when we uplift ourselves, we gain the strength to uplift others. So I challenge you, no, I dare you to embrace the power of positive thinking, to cultivate a garden of possibility in your mind, to shine your mental flashlight on the path forward, not the obstacles behind, to treat your thoughts as the powerful tools they are, capable of sculpting your reality and impacting the world around you. Start today. Start now, because the world needs your positivity, your unique perspective, your greatness. And it all begins with a single thought. Thank you.